What is going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be predicting every single bowl game, including the first round of the college football playoffs. Now, we did miss one FBS bowl game. The Salute to Veterans Bowl was played on Saturday between Western Michigan and South Alabama, and South Alabama did win that game. But regardless, let's get into predicting the other upcoming bowl games. And this Tuesday, we have a game between West Virginia and number 22 Memphis at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. West Virginia lost their head coach Neil Brown, and they lost some key pieces. They really collapsed in the second half of this season, while Memphis has been playing their best football lately. I think Memphis is the better all-around team, and I like Memphis to win this game 34-24 and cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Wednesday between James Madison and Western Kentucky at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Both these teams have won 8 football games this year, and both of these teams have decent offensive upside. But Western Kentucky is coming off of that horrible loss to Jacksonville State 52-12 in the Conference USA Championship game. I do think James Madison is a better team, and they have faced better competition this year. I think James Madison wins a shootout 38-31 and just covers the spread, and I have the over. The next game is this Wednesday between number 24 UNLV and California at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. UNLV has made back-to-back Mountain West Championship appearances with head coach Barry Odom, but Barry Odom recently just became the new Purdue head coach, so they will be playing this game without their head coach. But California has also lost their top quarterback, top running back, and their top wide receiver. I think UNLV is the better team, and they can win this game. And I don't really trust Cal in this game without their top offensive playmakers. Cal has a good defense, but I think UNLV has the better all-around team. I think the wrong team is favorited in this game, so give me UNLV to win this game 29-24. I think they cover the spread and outright win the game, and I have the over. The next game is Thursday between Sam Houston and Georgia Southern at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Sam Houston has had a surprising season. They've had a really good defense, and they've won 9 football games, which is a huge step up from last year. They ended their season winning 4 of their last 5 games and beating Liberty. And I think Sam Houston could finish this season beating Georgia Southern and finishing with double-digit wins. So I'm going to take the upset in this game. Give me Sam Houston 27-21. I think they cover the spread and outright win the game, and I have the over. The next game is Friday between Jacksonville State and Ohio at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This game is actually going to be a very fun and interesting game. Both these teams won their conferences. Jacksonville State won the Conference USA, and Ohio won the MAC. These are 2 good Group of 5 teams and fun teams to watch with very good offenses. But personally, I think Ohio is one of the most underrated teams in the Group of 5 right now. They've been on a winning streak, and they dominated Miami, Ohio in the Conference Championship game. I do think Ohio is the better football team, so give me Ohio to win this game 34-28 and cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is this Friday between Florida and Tulane at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Florida might just have the brightest future in the state of Florida. This year was supposed to be a gauntlet for them, but they actually went 7-5, and they found the quarterback of the future in DJ Lagway, and Billy Napier kept his head coaching job. Tulane had a collapse to end the season, and they lost their star quarterback in Darian Mensah. No questions asked. I am easily taking Florida to win this game and cover. I think they are the much better team. Give me Florida to win this game 38-20 and cover the spread, and I have the over. Now let's move on to the Friday night first round playoff game between the 7 seed Notre Dame and the 10 seed Indiana. This game will be played Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Notre Dame has the home field advantage, which is huge for them. I have really been talking a lot of good about this Notre Dame team, so I really hope they don't let me down. I am easily rolling with Notre Dame to beat Indiana. This might be the best Notre Dame team in over a decade. They get this game at home, and this is a massive stage for them. Their only loss is to a Northern Illinois team that they shouldn't have lost to. Right now, Notre Dame has the largest margin of victory in the country, and I think they are playing like one of the top teams in the country. I think they will win this game 35-21 and cover the spread, and I have the over. Let's move on to the Saturday, December 21st playoff games. The first game is 6 seed Penn State versus 11 seed SMU. This game will be played Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a chance we could see an upset in the first round of the college football playoffs. And SMU is a team to watch out for. They had that loss to Clemson, but when SMU is playing their best football, they can be dangerous, and they are really good at forcing turnovers. And Drew Aller has struggled with turnovers in the past. I really think Penn State has been finding their rhythm on offense lately. They scored 40 plus against Maryland, and they had a shootout against Oregon. Ultimately, Oregon was the better team, but Penn State put up a lot of points in that game, and they put up a fight. I do think Penn State is more explosive and better on offense this year, and I think that can lead them to beat a decent SMU team in the first round of the playoffs. Give me Penn State to win a shootout 38-27. I think they will cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is the 5 seed Texas versus the 12 seed Clemson this Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Texas is still a confusing team. Their offense really has been inconsistent, and they don't have any good wins on the schedule. They played Georgia twice and lost to them. Texas might be a national title contender, but they also might be one of the most overrated teams in the nation. I truly don't know yet. But one thing I do know for sure is that they have the more talented team than Clemson, and they have an elite defense. I don't think Clemson is ready for this stage on the road against a good Texas team. Give me Texas to win this game 30-17 and just cover the spread, and I have the under. Now let's move on to the last first round playoff game. We have the 8 seed Ohio State playing the 9 seed Tennessee this Saturday in a night game at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This game is the game I am most excited for. How is Ohio State going to bounce back from that bad Michigan loss? And how are they going to fare against a good team at the line of scrimmage in the SEC? Ohio State has struggled against teams that can run the ball super well, and Tennessee runs the ball super well and they play really good defense. I think this is going to be a lower scoring battle, and I expect it to be a close game. But I don't see Ohio State losing this game at home and losing back-to-back games. I think they have just enough to beat Tennessee. So give me the Buckeyes in a low scoring battle, 23-17. I do think Tennessee will cover, and I have the under. Let's move on to the next games. On Monday, December 23rd, UTSA will play Coastal Carolina at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. UTSA had a tough first half of the season, but they have found their rhythm offensively as of lately. I do think UTSA is the better football team and the better 6-6 team. So give me UTSA to beat Coastal Carolina 41-28. I have them covering the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Fresno State versus Northern Illinois, Monday, December 23rd at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe both of these teams lost their quarterbacks to the transfer portal. Fresno State definitely has had a down year. They've been a lot worse than people expected them to be. While Northern Illinois actually beat Notre Dame and they went 7-5, they didn't have a terrible season. But I think Fresno State can find a way to win this game. They face tougher competition than Northern Illinois. I think Fresno State's defense can do enough. I think they win a low-scoring battle, 23-19. I'm taking them to cover the spread and outright win the game, and I have the over. The next game is Tuesday, December 24th between San Jose State and South Florida at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This should be a pretty even and high-scoring matchup. But personally, I think South Florida has been too inconsistent this year. San Jose State has been a decent team. I think they are the better team and have the advantage defensively. So give me San Jose State to win this game in a shootout 38-31. I'm taking them to cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Thursday, December 26th between Toledo and Pitt at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Pitt has completely collapsed in the back half of the season, losing their last 5 games. But I think this is a very winnable game for Pitt to get them back on the right track and heading forward to next season. Toledo is a solid group of 5 team, but they aren't great, and I don't think they will beat Pitt. So give me Pitt in this game, 31-23. I think Toledo will sneak a cover, and I have the over. The next game is Kansas State versus Rutgers on Thursday, December 26th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now this is one of the bowl games I'm pretty interested for, because I could see this game going either way. These are 2 well-coached football teams. Both these teams had their ups and downs this year, but both these teams can play pretty good football. Rutgers has really struggled to stop the run, and I think Kansas State has a little bit more of the advantage. I think they can find a running game in this game. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Greg Schiano and this Rutgers squad found another way to beat a decent team in a bowl game. But I think Avery Johnson at quarterback will be the difference in this game. I like Kansas State to win this game. So give me Kansas State 31-24. I think Rutgers will just cover, and I have the over. The next game is on Thursday, December 26th between Bowling Green and Arkansas State at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Bowling Green is easily the better team in this game. Bowling Green has won 5 of their last 6 games, and they also competed with 2 Power 4 teams at the start of the year. I think they are the more balanced team in this game. I think they will beat Arkansas State 33-21 and cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is between Navy and Oklahoma, Friday, December 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of people are picking Navy to pull off the upset because they did just beat Army and they have been solid this year. But they also really haven't played anybody. Their best win is against Army. But personally, I think playing an SEC school in Oklahoma is just going to be too much for Navy. Oklahoma has lost a lot of games this year, but they have faced a gauntlet. Their defense will be too much for Navy. I don't see any reason to pick Navy in this game, and I don't see any reason to pick Navy to even cover the spread. I'm easily taking Oklahoma to win this game. Give me Oklahoma 31-13. I think they cover, and I have the under. The next game is Friday, December 27th between Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is another one of those bowl games that should be a pretty even and interesting matchup. Both these teams have pulled off a couple of upsets this year and they've been surprise teams. Both these teams have pretty bright futures, but which team is put together more heading into the future? I know Georgia Tech lost their top wide receiver in Eric Singleton Jr., but they've been the better team as of recently. They found some magic lately while Vanderbilt kind of lost that magic. I do think Georgia Tech has the better roster, so give me Georgia Tech to win a close game. I have Georgia Tech 28-20. I think they will cover the spread and I have the under. The next game is December 27th between Arkansas and Texas Tech at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I think this is going to be a very fun shootout. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say Texas Tech wins this game 45-42. I'm taking Texas Tech to cover the spread and I have the over. I think this will be one of the most entertaining games in the college football playoffs, but I am rolling with Texas Tech. The next game is Washington State versus number 21 Syracuse, Friday, December 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Washington State lost their quarterback in John Mateer, and I like Syracuse to win this game. John Mateer led that offense in rushing and passing yards, so they really lost a big piece to that offense. Syracuse is looking good heading into the future. They should have their top players for this game. I like Syracuse to win this game 39-27 and cover the spread. This could be a lot more lopsided than I predicted, and I am taking the over. The next game is USC versus Texas A&M, Friday, December 27th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Jeddah Mayava and that offense can find something in this game. I think USC will put together a good performance heading into the future, kind of like how they beat Louisville last year in their bowl game. I like USC to pull off the upset in this game, even though Texas A&M is favorited. Give me USC 31-24. I think they cover and outright win the game, and I have the over. The next game is Saturday, December 28th between North Carolina and UConn. This game will be played at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. North Carolina lost their head coach in Mack Brown, and they lost some pieces to the team. UConn has been a solid team this year. They competed with Syracuse. I actually think they find a way to upset North Carolina. Give me UConn in this game 31-30. I think they cover the spread and outright win the game, and I have the over. The next game is Saturday, December 28th between Nebraska and Boston College at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Dylan Raiola has announced he is returning for next season, and I think Nebraska ends their season with a win. Matt Rhule will have this team ready and motivated for this game. I think Nebraska has enough talent on defense to win this game, so give me Nebraska 26-21. I think they cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Saturday, December 28th between TCU and Louisiana at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I am going to take TCU to win this game. Give me TCU 41-27. I think they cover the spread, and I have the over. Louisiana has been a good team this year, but they fumbled in the conference championship game, while TCU has a really good offense, and they've been playing really good lately. So I am easily taking TCU and the cover in this game. The next game is one of the most exciting bowl games. We have number 13 Miami playing number 18 Iowa State on Saturday, December 28th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's unfortunate that this Miami team didn't make the playoffs. They had those 2 bad losses to end the season, but they had one of the top offenses in the nation, and I think they can find a way to end their season with a win and beat Iowa State in a shootout. Give me Miami to win this game 34-27 and cover the spread, and I have the over. If Miami has a bunch of opt-outs, then maybe they don't win this game, but I am expecting Miami to win this game. The next game is Saturday, December 28th between Colorado State and Miami, Ohio. This game will be played at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think this is going to be a very even matchup of two good defensive teams. But personally, I think Colorado State has been playing really good lately. The offense has been playing better too. So give me Colorado State to win this game 23-21. I think head coach Jay Norvell will keep this team trending in the right direction. So I am taking them to win this game 23-21 and cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Saturday, December 28th between NC State and East Carolina at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time. East Carolina's been a solid team this year, but NC State should win this game. Dave Doeren is a decent head coach, and NC State has found ways to win bowl games before. I like NC State to win this game 33-24 and cover the spread, and I have the under. The next game is the Alamo Bowl between number 23 Colorado and number 17 BYU on Saturday, December 28th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are not opting out for this game, so I have to roll with Colorado in this game. I think they are the better team. I think they could beat BYU, so give me Colorado in this game 31-28. I think they will cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is on Saturday, December 28th between number 22 Army and Louisiana Tech at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Army was originally supposed to play Marshall, but Marshall actually opted out of the bowl game. And now Army plays a Louisiana Tech team that isn't so great, and they've only won 5 football games. As of the time I'm making this video, there is no line out for this game, so I'm just going to predict the score, and I have Army winning this game 34-17. The next game is Monday, December 30th between number 19 Missouri and Iowa at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Missouri is the better all-around team. They've scored 28 plus points in their last 4 games, and the offense has been playing better. I think they grind out a win to end the season and win double-digit games, so give me Missouri in this game 24-20. I think they will cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is Michigan versus number 11 Alabama on Tuesday, December 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm actually going to take the upset in this game. I think Michigan football is heading in the right direction. They've been recruiting very well, and they've been using the transfer portal as well. They had their running back Donovan Edwards opt out. But personally, I think they will be motivated and ready for this game. I don't know why, but I think they will find a way to win this game. I'm calling the upset, so give me Michigan 22-19. I think they will cover the spread, and I have the under. The next game is Washington versus Louisville on Tuesday, December 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Personally, I am excited for this game. Washington has a young freshman quarterback in Damon Williams who has a bright future. I don't think he has entered the portal yet, and I do think he is staying with Washington. And this would be a game to make a statement and go out strong to end the season. I also think Louisville has good offensive upside as well. I expect this to be a close, hard-fought game, but I am going to take Louisville. I think they have a bit more offensive firepower, so give me Louisville in this game 31-27. I do think Washington will cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is number 20 Illinois versus number 15 South Carolina. This game will be played on Tuesday, December 31st at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Both these teams were projected to finish under 500, but they both ended up winning 9 football games, and they both have a shot to end their season with winning double-digit football games. Look, I was actually hoping for this South Carolina team to make the playoffs. I think they are one of the hottest teams in the country right now, and they are a very good football team. They have a lot of young players that will be playing in this game, and I think their future is bright. I think they will end the season beating Illinois, and I think they will dominate them. I like South Carolina to win this game by 2 scores, 31-17, and cover the spread, and I have the over. The next game is LSU versus Baylor Tuesday, December 31st at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think this is going to be a fun game. Garrett Nussmeier has announced that he will be returning at quarterback for LSU next year. While Baylor won their last 6 football games, and they are back on the right track with head coach Dave Aranda. I think this game could go either way, but I'm going to take Baylor to actually win this game and finish the season with a 7-game winning streak. So give me Baylor in this game 31-25. I think they cover the spread, and I have the under. The next game is Thursday, January 2nd between number 14 Ole Miss and Duke at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Ole Miss had a ton of opt-outs. But Duke also had their quarterback Malik Murphy opt out. But I still think Ole Miss has too much firepower. They are the more talented team. I don't expect them to blow out Duke because they had a lot of opt-outs, but Ole Miss should win this game. Give me Ole Miss to win this game 29-21. I think Duke will cover and I have the under. The next game is Friday, January 3rd between Texas State and North Texas. This game will be played at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. This game might have the potential to be the highest scoring bowl game. These are two of the top offenses in the group of five with very bad defenses. I do think Texas State has the slight edge. I will take Texas State to win this game 41-37. I'll take North Texas to cover, and I definitely have the over. The next game is Friday, January 3rd between Virginia Tech and Minnesota. This game will be played at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Virginia Tech quarterback Kyron Jones will be playing in this game, and he will be returning next year. I think this will be a very even matchup, but I am going to take Minnesota. I think they are the more complete team, and I think they are just a little bit better than Virginia Tech. So give me Minnesota to win this game 26-23. I think Virginia Tech will cover the spread, and I have the over. Let's move on to the last bowl game. This game will be played Saturday, January 4th. This game is between Liberty and Buffalo at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I don't think Liberty will have their quarterback Kaidon Salter because he did enter the portal. And Buffalo has been a solid team this year. I think this game will be a very close game. I think Liberty has enough defensively. I think they will find a way to win this game. Give me Liberty by 1 point. I think they win this game 27-26. I will take Buffalo to cover, and I have the over. But anyways, that is going to do it for all my bowl game predictions. The only games I did not predict were the New Year's 6 bowl games, but I will have a separate video on that. And I will predict those games once they have been announced, and I will also do my full playoff prediction sometime this week. But let me remind you guys to like the video, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you guys love college football, then you'll love this channel, because we upload a ton of college football content. And we basically cover everything on this channel, so definitely consider subscribing. And also consider checking out my socials down in the description below. But that is going to do it, guys, and peace out.